about them, been super impressive. As far as Nova, I mean, we know what to expect here, or at least what we hope to expect, see their passing game at play, see their speed, and there it is first for Nova, going in, not greedy at all, and Ascend will get it in.
Getting the first points on the board with about 10 seconds. Great, like, give-and-go play, boost down by Sir Dimwee and Ascend, and a nice pass under the goal. Really great start to this match.
3, 2, 1.
Yep, fast start too. I mean, just almost no time wasted off the clock at all. So hey, see, Jason takes this on for Milk, coming in with their full team now. We mentioned in last night's cast how it was Rox Titan subbing for them a few different times. And now finally Milk, just with their full squad.
Blue clears it out.
So trying to get this out of their backfield, and they do successfully, getting it through mid, and this pass from Venom. They're looking for their spacing. This is really good pacing, and I'm excited to see what Nova does.
And looking to be facing a goal, but cannot quite get it. So right back to Venom. I'm excited to see what Nova does as well. They were a team who started off extremely hot that first week, looked mighty good, then came back with a couple games that I think they'll admit themselves that they weren't quite themselves. Wow, that's a lot of selves in there. But finding myself here on the casting desk, I'm just excited to see what they do and if they can come back from a little bit of a downer week too, and maybe make a statement here in the third week.
Yeah, they definitely played last week, and they had issues. You could see that Venom wasn't happy. Venom was experiencing lag, and I spoke with Dimwee, and he said, yeah, that was not one of our best matches. So I'm hoping to see that they respond to that last week with a strong win this week.
And they're definitely hoping for that too. That was Sir Dimwee in the goal, diving out. There was a pass from Milk. Couldn't get it past the defense though. Dimwee diving out, retrieving it. Ascend getting it stolen, but then right back at him. Some pile-ups forming. You can see Dimwee just kind of at the midline along with a Venom now trying to get a stack here before JL Graham gets a shot. But that's going to be just a ding off and right into the hands of Venom. So luckily not punished too hard there for the open goal.
Yeah, really missed advantage right there. They needed that 3, and it bounced right off the crossbar.
And as always, I'm usually late with saying hi to chat, but hello chat, welcome to the game, to the match. Again, it's Sputnik by my side, so much for subtlety on cams. Enjoying this one, see Danimal, Chrome Platypus, Gilligan, Lanzan, B-Love. Some more stuns go out at middle. A Chocolate single shot, and Zesper takes us for Nova now, and looking to make maybe a single shot if they can to go up by a couple more, but they're going to be stopped pretty quickly here by Milk.
So after a few successive punches, Zesper to recover it, and get this nice give and go to the right side of the arena as they move up.
And something I noticed from Milk as we actually see this play develop here inside the bubble, as Sir Dimwee taking a disc, going down low and just misses the hands of the goalie, so finds himself with that 4-point lead after all.
It definitely looked like a 3-pointer, surprising me and the goalie. He must have just released the disc right inside the bubble at 7 meters.
And as I was trying to say before that play had developed there, something that was really prominent with that game yesterday between Milk and Orbit is just that mid-lane defense from both teams, really, but I'm kind of interested in seeing what happens here. Both teams, as that shot is actually going to sail just past the hands, or past the goal, but Venom finds it for the little Duncan.
Great positioning from Nova, recognizing the player downfield, getting the pass off the geometry, and able to extend their lead to 6 points.
Yeah, and, well, on the just the heels of some good boosting in that time, the defense not really in position to do too much with it, so but yeah, kind of want to see how that plays out for Milk. Right now they're just kind of on the retreat. There's 2 players playing it back because of this scrambled play going on in their midline.
What a great boost in from Ascend to get the interception, but they're able to recover. Milk's able to recover and get that stun and clear it into the backfield of Nova. And if they can get this breakaway, they have, but they do not, they miss it.
That was a just kind of missed grab, it seemed like. I think maybe trying to tap off the anchor, but just kind of kept the hold of it. But yeah, unfortunate turnaround for them. Maybe they can still make something happen and produce some results. Captain Will saw pass. Great play there for the first 2 at last for C. Jason.
They were able to maintain possession after that error from the breakaway. Nice pass in front of goal. Full rotation at his shoulder, and see Jason to put in at 2 meters.
And just looking at the fan vote, the connoisseur system over on the VRML website for those who haven't seen it yet, just updated a couple days ago, where you can vote on the outcomes of the match and what you think, and it gives kind of rankings on that for who's the best predictors, if you will. But looking at it, it's actually Milk with the heavy advantage at the moment. So 15 people voted Milk, 8 for Nova. So it just gives you an idea of kind of where the community vision is at right now. And again, maybe that week 2 from Nova just playing
beautiful shot.
That one. Oh my goodness. Gracious, that was great.
Sorry to cut you off, but that was beautiful shots from
Oh.
Jason. Absolutely beautiful at 58 meters. Taking his time with that wind-up. Great shot. Now it's only a 1-point game. Milk is still in this. They're not washed up like everyone's saying in chat.
And I left my player comms on. I can only assume that was C. Jason who yelled after the shot. Very happy about it too. So that was a gorgeous lineup from him. Zesper now getting peppered by the defense, but right back to Milk and Callan getting it through, but intercepted by Venom.
Very quick response from Milk, able to take the steam out of Nova's lead. But Nova still, with their good passing, they haven't been shaken yet. They can keep it together. They can still come away with this win.
Oh yeah, 1 round in so far, 7.5 minutes in. Actually, my math is bad there, so just subtract a minute, but that's okay. Off it goes into the corner. Taken first, looks like Zesper just mishandling, but does get it with a bit of time to spare and dish off a pass to the midline. And yeah, it's, again, I mentioned that mid lane defense. At least yesterday, Milk was really playing up in that midfield and causing a lot of problems just on the passing.
Sir Dimwee trying to get this pass cross court, able to get it off, but losing it and into the hands of C. Jason for the clear. This is exactly what Milk needs right now as they boost down to recover it.
And you can kind of see what I'm saying there, just pressuring. They had to rush the shot there. C. Jason unable to find it. So on the other side, Captain Will just contesting, tapping it right back to C. Jason, and that is a very timely reset for Callan. To Callan, that is, with a 1-point deficit, but possession here for Milk.
I feel like
we're gonna go.
Oh, but to save it from his teammate. I don't know what happened, but definitely a miscommunication. But can he recover it and get it in? And they missed the successive shot they need to take their time. They're rushing themselves.
So that one will particularly hurt here. They seem like they won't be able to get back first on the stack. Actually, no, because getting slowed down on the Geo, but still finding the goal. 3-point lead for Nova. And that is a tough turnaround for Milk, because very good chance to score, couldn't convert, and now it's 2 points more for Nova instead.
Milk, their own worst enemy right now, taking away a great advantage. The teammates must be upset with one another.
And single shot pointing out in the chat there, 8-meter twos for the win. You know, the other day, I believe it was Nay plus Ultra. One of their players actually scored a 9-meter two somehow. Don't see that often, if ever, but yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
It was unusual. But yeah, nonetheless, it did happen. And right here, Nova trying to make something happen with a passing play. Maybe a one-on-one opportunity. No, just holds a disc, so the defense back in place. Going for that cross pass. The delivery into the goal. And great job to buy themselves a 2-bucket lead here late.
Callan was able to read that, just not able to snag it off the backboard.
Yeah, single shot saying now he saw Palace get a 13-meter two-pointer once. So, okay, well, obviously some rare glitch of sorts, I guess, but hey. Less than a minute left, though, Sputnik, and unless Milk scores here very quickly, which they have a chance at now, this might be a Nova win in round 1.
Yeah, it looks like Tilt might be getting to them. I don't know. They play with good pacing. Their pacing has been strong, but they've just made some errors that they haven't been able to recover from.
And some of the ones like that, like you can see even though they got it back, it was still really tough catch. Same with that one. They're throwing these passes with an awful lot of just power. They do get the goal there, but again, 3-point game. I mean, it's going to be tough here unless Nova makes a mistake on the rollout. We'll see. But there's not a lot of time.
It looks like there's no time. With 10 seconds left, they'll get it. Less than 10 seconds. They're going to have to make something happen off this joust.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, like I said, the only opportunity really is if Nova couldn't get to the disc first somehow. But they managed to take it away. So Nova with 1. And yeah, going back to it there, Milk just towards that end, a lot of missed passes. They're kind of unforced because they're throwing it with so much strength instead of the touch necessary to just get to their players a bit easier. So see if they can make that adjustment and calm down a little bit going into the next round.
Yeah, if they can readjust, because Milk is a strong team. It seems that their team synergy isn't there yet, and they play sporadically. But, you know, they get these things down, they'll be just as strong as everybody wants them to be. But with Nova's supporters in the chat, everyone's shouting Nova. I mean, what can stop them right now?
Well, the milk that we saw in the first few weeks, 2 weeks maybe, if we can. Right now, yeah, looking a bit just out of sorts. Granted, it was a super close game, but again, their record, even with Rox Titan as a sub, nonetheless, I mean, having four wins and 1 loss in the season for Milk is no joke. They've still been good overall, but these just last few minutes, a little bit off, and obviously yesterday couldn't quite complete a comeback. There was a really awesome comeback towards the end game of round 2, I believe, that forced a pretty amazing overtime, but unfortunately they lost in that situation, and therefore, you know, the 4-1 record.
Still finding their place in the league. It's going to take a few games for them to settle in.
And for Nova, just looking to do the same. Like I said, maybe that fast start in week 1 just built some expectations. That one is not quite made for Milk. But Nova now a chance that, you know, with a weekend off, or the last few days, I should say, just able to shake the cobwebs and now kind of play their game that they know how to.
Ooh, just sending that unexpected 3 right into the hands of Sir Dimwee, surprising him, but he was able to read that and get the save.
It was a long one, so a bit surprising the shot was taken, but it was pretty soft off that backboard, so it wasn't the most difficult grab in the world. That one kind of rushed as well, recovered ultimately by Ascend, who backs it out wisely to his midfielder, Venom.
So Venom with possession, trying to play methodically, play slowly, but not able to get that pass, but getting the stun out on the goalie, and the clear out attempted by Milk.
That's a pretty creative series of bounce plays there, too. It just missed the pass, obviously, the catch, but it was still a good move. That one, again, off the backboard this time, despite its softness, and still managed to squeeze through.
Nova's goalie not able to get that one. So they still have their 50% on their backboards for this game, and looks like they're dedicated to going for these intricate backboard shots.
Yeah, and you can see there too, it just went off the backboard at about 6 meters per second, so not particularly speedy, but just because of the quick move, I suppose, the quick dive and then the shot on that, just took the goalie off guard enough to buy themselves points.
So with the stun out in the backfield and the clear, Milk is trying to get this lead to 4 points, or maybe 5 points, but Nova right there getting the slap out.
And then right back out to Milk, their middle defender there, Callan. See chat as well at 2009 or 2099 game saying Milk got it in 3. We will see. I'm always hoping for those round 3s though. It's the most exciting ones, obviously, when we can get them here in Season 1.
Nova trying to get that clear, and they're out of position right now. If they can get this cross pass, Milk again getting it to Captain Will. A great play from them, cutting in for that screen pass in front of goal. The 4-point lead. Milk is looking to take this second round and force a third one.
Yes, sir. And that one was actually extremely similar to how the game versus Orbit ended for anyone who didn't see that OT. That was almost identical, actually, except it was Zenith, I believe, who got the win on an extremely similar pass and shot from the back on that cut. So just a little bit of deja vu on my part, but right here, getting knocked out and then sent out for now another 2. 6 points up is Milk.
Looks like Milk just needed to get heated up, and now they're going to run away with the game. Hopefully not, if Nova can respond.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
I was just looking at Zenith says, I'm a fan of this orbit overlay. You confused me for a second. I was checking the stream. It's like, what is the overlay wrong? But no, just me talking about you, I suppose.
Orange sends it back the other way.
Ooh, but here it goes. Another shot will just barely miss, but is slammed in with some authority. Captain Will. I guess he is an authority after all. Captain.
12, 11,
A quick boost to recover that from Milk. Milk, knowing that was not going to go in, challenging it, not letting Nova get back on defense to get set up.
B11 in the chat saying, hot milk is yucky. Well, just add a little bit of chocolate. Chocolate's in the chat right there. Chocolate milk is good. Hot chocolate. Also high chocolate. As this goes down into the hands of Callan and rejects it, sends it into the other side. Boost going out for Milk and just looking to maybe take another 2 points, 3 points, build their lead to double digits if they can.
But look at that quick boost from Milk, able to recover, able to get that stun on Nova in the backfield, keep possession. And now they're going to play this up into the bubble slowly and take their time. They've got an 8-point lead. They don't have to do anything right now.
And this is a big difference as I continue to make the comparisons to yesterday's matches. But this is the big difference I'm seeing right now alone is that Callan, he's just sitting here very uncontested at the moment. Kind of throws a disc away, however, so unfortunate turnaround. But again, this is something that Milk was not even able to do very often at all yesterday. So they're much more at comfort, really, when they get those opportunities, which they are a little bit more here in round 2.
And to get the interception is Callan holding that back line and pulling that Nova defender out of position with that give and go. And again, just playing this Nova defense to their advantage.
Yeah, and not that there's anything wrong to clarify, with just playing bubble defense majority of the time or exclusively when you can, but it is a problem when you're down by 8 points with a 4.5 left. You almost have to dedicate a little bit more manpower to that midline defense, or else the clock will just, kill you basically as that pass just sails through Sir Dimwee's hands.
Yeah, you definitely have to play a faster game when you're down by this much. You just need to play as hard as you can and as fast as you can.
There we go. That was a nice play to make themselves known on the scoreboard. It took a while, longer than they would have liked, about 6 minutes, but because of that, still a game, only down by 6.
Well, we may have a third round. 4 minutes remaining, 6-point deficit, 2 threes, 3 twos. Nova needs to make it happen and keep the pressure on.
Yeah, a lot of time, but again, just the defense in the midline will have to be aggressive. Right there, looking with the stack redirects from Venom and Zesper, but Milk just playing a bit of monkey in the middle. And maybe a good opportunity on the goal. As a result, here it goes, 2-on-1, and gets it just through the hands. Sir Dimwee couldn't quite save it seems.
Looks like it went off the crossbar into his head and into goal.
11, 10,
Call it a Rube Goldberg, I guess, but for Milk, yeah, they scored off of it.
5, 4,
Maybe more like a Rude Goldberg, if you catch my drift. I don't know. But Nova's going to launch out, and go ahead.
I don't know if you're referring to the Rube Goldberg machines or Goldberg the goalie from the Mighty Ducks.
I was talking about Goldberg the wrestler. Anyway, over here it goes to JL Graham, but he's going to miss that catch. Up to the corner wedge, punching him out. JL takes it. And without a doubt, Milk trying to score here. Someone in the game yelling in my ear. Maybe I should mute. That's okay, because Nova takes it away and will have less than 3 minutes to make up a few goals.
So keeping this possession, sending to the back line to Callan. They're just going to pull this Nova defense out of position and waste time. Or getting that beautiful pass, that screen pass, just an absolute rocket out of JL Graham's hand into St. Jason's for the slap at 3 meters.
10, 9,
So, yeah, right now Milk taking cues from Zenith. I think Zenith taking cues from Andy W. Just seeing those behind the back flings into goal. Speaking of Andy, we'll see him in another 10, 15 minutes or so. But yeah, just styling on them with the offense and going up by 10.
And this is not Ender's Game, nor is it Rocket League, as again on that offense in the bubble is Milk. Milk taking it up, trying to get that pass, bouncing off geometry, and ascend to attempt to clear, but into the hands of Milk's backline defender.
And trying to find that pass, couldn't quite get it. Still another one softly to, oh, again! See, Jason, you stop it now. On top of it, looking like a top that's just spinning and winning off of all of these plays. 14-2.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6,
So with possession,
5,
Nova down by 12.
3, 2,
Not looking good for them with 1 minute, 20 seconds remaining. I'm going to say it now. This round goes to Milk. Milk will force the third round, and we will see who will take this series.
Maybe looking to score a few more before that even happens. A rebounded shot, anchored and made. So laying it in for that shot. See Jason again. And look out, because he is up to 15 points. About quadruple the score count of everyone else in this game.
5, 4, 3.
Yeah, see Jason playing well. Definitely going to come away from this game with a smile on his face.
Yeah, he's absolutely carrying the offensive load at the moment. Every shot that goes in. Like, here he is again. Is he going to go up for more? No, couldn't quite get it. But JL Graham for the cleanup.
So with 30 seconds left, they're just running away from this Nova defense, offense. Nova looking not to spend any extra energy on a failed attempt to salvage this round. They're going to focus on the third round and put all their energy into taking this series at the third round.
And you know, this isn't all too dissimilar from what we saw in week 1 with Nova versus Ignite, right? Ignite had lost the first round to Nova, and then in round 2, they came back and just kind of piled on points. You know, really strong effort in that match. And then the third round, Nova kind of collected themselves. They knew the right adjustments to make and just to play their game, you know, the way that they planned for. And when they did that, they won the third round and the series. Question is, can they do it here? Because it's another one of those things. I mean, 18-2 is a very tough, you know, loss to eat in this second round.
I hope you didn't hear that car alarm in the back going off.
No, but I'll just say I did. Shame on you, Sputnik, for things that are out of your control. But you know what is in the control of these two teams? Is to provide us with this entertaining third round. Looking forward to it, because I said last week, third round in week 2, very elusive. There are very close ones, but very few actual round 3s in week 2. So I'm excited to see one here still early on into this third week.
Milk not playing their strongest in the first round with a really strong response to that loss in the second round. If Milk can keep this up, they're going to have this series, and they're going to come away with the hype that they had earned before the game started.
Starting in.
Yeah, and I guess outside the obvious of see Jason kind of catching fire, what do you think it was that just had that dramatic of a turnaround? Was it just purely see Jason's offense and his teammates, you know, doing a good job to distribute to him, or was it Nova maybe playing a little bit easy, maybe letting off the gas after that first win?
I think that there were communication issues with Milk in the first round, and that the tilt might have gotten to them. And you could have seen it when they made like 5 two-shot attempts within the bubble of Nova, and they missed them all. And they came back in the second round. They didn't make any of those errors. They didn't make any miscommunications. I think it was just jitters.
That could be. So hopefully the calming factor at play. I know for Sir Dimly, he's mentioned too how their players going in. Woof, what a shot from C. Jason. He just continues to burn hot with 18 points now. Wow.
Easily MVP of this game, leading his team, demoralizing Nova. C. Jason's importance can't be stated enough.
Yeah, he's just continuing what he started last round. And yeah, speaking of, though, continuing the hype here, Suburban Legend, we also see Visionaries, aka Ender, subscribing. Thank you for that. Twitch Prime in the clutch. Thank you so much.
Please donate your bits now. Give us all of your Twitch bits.
All of your bits belong to us, but looking for the points. JL Graham must, but no, because Sir Dimwee is there for the save, and I'm not going to finish that rhyme because QL is somewhere frowning at me right now if I do. So anyway, over to the other side, Ascend is going to get this one, and JL Graham taking it, though, away just in time, sends it through, and it's out of here.
And with that attempt at the goal, but recovering it off the floor and taking their attempt for another shot, but missing it. And Nova luckily getting that slap into the tunnel.
So 3-point lead here for Milk, but for Nova and Ascend, they have the offense at hand. Let's see a slow play from them. They're not being pressured too hard out at the midline either. Lightly, but not the same to the same degree. You know, they can make some calm passing plays here and buy themselves a good numbers opportunity in the goal if they do. Just like that one. There you go. The defense dragged out of the goal, and then they found kind of a 2-on-2 that sort of turned into a 2-on-3 later. But point is, not a clustered bubble means easier shot opportunities.
Yeah, Sir Dimwee just letting it rip at 6 meters. The goalie wasn't even prepared for it.
Letting it rip. Stinky. Callan over here looking stanky with that delivery, trying to squeeze it through to Callan again now, back into the midline. So defense here from Nova, a little bit more intensity perhaps, just bothering these passing lanes better than they did in round 2.
Trying to get that.
Maybe a turnover as a result. I don't know, but again, they're playing pretty good up front right now. Just seeing Venom there trying to contest this one. Oh, Ascend though. Maybe leaving the man there. So JL Graham again. Otherwise, that was some great defense overall. But last minute, kind of an open man was hit on that pass and bought them the 3-point leads. But
a great pass from C. Jason. JL Graham waiting on post for him to come into the bubble for that screen pass. Maybe ducking a little bit to reach it, and then immediately sending it right to that bottom post.
Now here's that unique rollout we see from some teams. A few teams do it, but not too many. Captain Will, anchor shot, beautifully saved. Sir Dimwee couldn't get rid of it quite enough, but Venom stunning JL. So good stun to at least buy them a chance here to recover and not be scored on in that 3.
So Callan again at that back line, trying to pull this Nova defense out of position, getting Ascend to challenge him, and getting to JL Graham at the ceiling. They're just taking their time, trying to get these attempts in.
Oh.
Sir Dimwee with the save, not letting another one through. And that's what they need right now.
You'll see Dimwee again on a save. Just fantastic play, but unfortunately we'll give the goal there on the slam dunk from Graham. But Dimwee has been, you saw he got rid of that one a lot faster because of that last play where he saved it and then couldn't. But that time he got rid of it so fast that he couldn't really find the best clear angle. But that's kind of a testament to Milk and just that that defense and the looming threats, you know, forcing those quick passes and those quick clears.
And completely brutally fast boosting and able to get that stop in the backfield on that stack, but able to save his count at the back line, shutting off that angle to goal.
And trying to find an angle on this one, just getting back maybe in time, but Sir Dimwee trying to contest this one. Graham looking for a pass around his back. Maybe a little bit too much pizzazz as they will lose the handles and gives Zesper the chance to get a recovery.
But right there is Nova with a slap from Zesper to mid. And Venom under pressure, trying to find his teammates to make something happen.
And so we're seeing a little bit here now. I mentioned this about Milk in round 1 when Milk was losing. We saw them getting a little bit frazzled and strangled as the goal gets made here, 9-2. But in the first round, we saw Milk getting a little bit too strong with those passes as they were getting behind and not connecting. And now it's kind of a flip-flop where Nova on some of these passes just too strong and bouncing everywhere but where it needs to be. So I think definitely, just like Milk calmed down for round 2, I think Nova for these last 4 minutes want to calm down for round 3.
So Captain Will trying to go for that shot off the upper geometry, looking for something fancy. They have a 7-point lead. They don't need any points. They just need to hold this Nova offense from getting any further goals.
And they have 4 minutes to do it here. We'll be see Jason with a quick delivery to JL Graham.
What a beautiful slap. You can see the full rotation at his core as he rotated into it and slapped it right in. That's the physicality that I love seeing in this game, and a great play from both players.
Yeah, he put some aggression behind that one. It was it registered on the Richter scale just about.
It's game on.
And those are the shots, those are the passes, the one-timer shots that make this game so exciting to watch.
Oh yeah, and the kind of stuff that makes the highlight reels and gets the players sweaty and sometimes the casters. Don't judge me. But over to the other end will be Nova trying to contend here, get the disc right back. 3 minutes left and starting to fall into that territory where a comeback will be unlikely. So need to act fast.
Possession moves to orange.
But still with possession in Nova's backfield, Milk looking stronger than ever. 9-point lead. And, you know, Nova should have a stack right now. They should have a stack that's constantly bouncing from player to player, but they're playing this containment defense that should only be used when you're in the lead. So if they continue this, they're not going to come back.
Oh, again. How many times have we seen this play now between JL Graham and C. Jason? They have come out with those really quick passes and then the aggressive slap or the dunk. That has to be the 4th or 5th time in this series.
6, 5, 4.
The goalie needs to push out. They need to play they need to play recklessly. They play too conservatively for a team that's down. So they need to find adjustments as the season continues, and they need to just, you know, put the bolts to the wall, play as fast and recklessly as possible, because that's what they need right now, because there's no chance to come back.
And 2 minutes left, 13-2. Slap clear, just going to find maybe the hands of Milk there if they can collect that. There's going to be contest by Zesper, but Callan still gets there first. Quick note, too, to the Twitch chat. We do have, of course, a match coming through as that shot goes just off. But we have Infinite and Kangorillas, the undefeated team still. And that's going to be coming up right quick after this one, so we won't linger too much after this clock expires. And we'll go right to, yeah, that match as soon as we can, just an FYI.
With 90 seconds remaining, I'm going to say it now, and no offense to the players of Nova, that this is in the hands of Milk as they're going to try and go for another score attempt, which they do. And maybe they'll get a mercy, but this is out of Nova's hands. This is the game and the series to Milk.
Yeah, much offense to Milk, or much offense, that is to say. A 15-2 and a very strong turnaround after that first round loss. Coming through with a reverse sweep here in the third.
Well, B-Love, I said bolts to the wall because, of course, I was going for balls to the wall, but I want to be more inclusive. Well, I mean, got to keep the commentary going somehow. They're going to call me out about it. But, you know, with this possession, they're trying to make something happen down by 13. And there's nothing that this team, that Nova can do to come back.
Interception.
Yeah, that definitely, at this point, just kind of out of hand for any kind of comeback. Only hope is one more shot, maybe close the differential a little bit more, or at least deny them the opportunity here for Milk to score again.
I love when people in chat just bust my chops. I'd like you to get in the caster's booth.
I mean, I like doing the same, especially when I'm in the caster's booth. But yeah, so that will be the victory here for Team Milk. They're going to improve now to 5 wins and 1 loss on the season, making a case, again, for just early dark horse of a team with a very impressive victory in these 2 rounds. Again, we'll read the stats quickly here. C. Jason leading the way with 18-5, JL with 12-5, Captain Will with 4 points, 4 assists, and Callan with 4 points, 2 assists, 3 saves. Over on Nova's side, it's Venom with 4, Isen with 4, Ascend, yeah, that guy. One day I'll get the names right automatically. Venom with 4 saves, Zesper with 2 points, 3 assists, and a save, and then Sir Dimwee 4 points, 2 assists, 7 saves. A lot of nice ones for him, but just couldn't quite complete the victory here tonight.
Milk definitely happy with this win. And I'll say definitely again, they're definitely happy with it. Coming back from a first round loss, second round decisive victory, third round decisive victory. You know, they surprised everybody by losing the first round where everybody had voted in the hype generator, whatever VRML is calling it. But people voted favoring Milk over Nova. Nova able to take this first round and then decisively lose both the second and third round. And I'll say that Nova needs to learn how to play from behind. They need to learn how to shift their defense out of a less conservative containment to a more reckless and aggressive stack defense.
Yeah, and I think they'll get there. They're a team who definitely, I'll say it for you some more, practices quite a bit, and they'll be on top of it, I think. But yes, so we're going to transition now over to a quick intermission. Hopefully hopefully show you a video here if we can while all of us get organized into the next match. But yes, coming quickly, it's Infinite and Kangarillas. So do stay tuned. We'll be right back.